we are going to talk about zero gravity therapy. So let's start with zero gravity chairs. This chair does not defy gravity. You're not going to fly off into the atmosphere, nor does the chair hover or float. Zero gravity has to do with the reclined position that this chair can assume while you're in it. This position mimics the posture that astronauts take during liftoff on space missions because astronauts endure intense and sudden increases in gravity while escaping the Earth's gravitational pull. It's important that they position themselves so that their bodies can deal with the increase in stress. By assuming a reclined position, astronauts distribute the stress of takeoff across their bodies in a safe way. To that end, the chairs astronauts sit in during launch use this reclined configuration. Zero gravity puts the human body into a heightened state of relaxation as well. It decreases the pressure on all the joints. The zero gravity position cushions sore muscles and decreases muscle tension throughout the body. It makes you feel weightless, stress-free, and energized. So let's talk about the benefits to different parts and systems of the body. So first, the back. The zero gravity position results in a neutral position of the spine where gravitational forces do not affect it. Its design supports the natural curves of the spine along with the upper and lower back, thus reducing muscle tension in the back and neck, which can reduce pain. Zero gravity reduces strain on your vertebra, reducing back pain. Because the body is evenly supported, the spine has a chance to relax and decompress, allowing valuable nutrients the opportunity to enter the normally compacted spinal cord and heal damaged tissues. Circulation. The zero gravity position reduces the strain on the heart, improving circulation and raising blood oxygen levels. In a zero gravity position, the blood flow from the heart changes when a human is in an upright position. The heart is required to work against the force of gravity to pump blood to the extremities. In a reclined position, the situation is obviously reversed. Blood flows into the heart with the support of gravity as opposed to against it, essentially accommodating the heart's natural function. Lungs. When an open angle is created between the torso and the thighs, more space is created for the diaphragm to expand. This results in an increase of oxygen from the air and expanded lungs and promotes deeper breathing. All of these things will allow for a better blood flow, bringing more oxygen to all parts of your body. Now let's talk about the heating pads or far infrared heat. Now warning, this combined with the zero gravity position feels absolutely incredible. You'll probably feel just extraordinarily relaxed, probably a little puddleish, if you will. So about far infrared heat. If far infrared radiation or FIR heat intensity is high, we feel healthy and can overcome many of our health concerns. When far infrared heat begins to decline, we are subject to disease and illness. We tend to age more quickly and fight depression more often. We can be exposed to far infrared heat for hours and it will never cause our skin to burn as long as it's not, high enough temperature to burn you. It's completely safe and healthy for all living things. All life forms, humans, animals, and plants need far infrared to remain healthy. Let's talk about the parts of the body that it helps. First, your circulation. Far infrared heat increases blood flow by promoting expansion of the blood vessels and capillaries. A functional circulatory system is indispensable, not only for quality of life, but also to maintain health. Far infrared heat aids in the creation of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide can prevent and even reverse heart disease and strokes. If blood circulates well, tissues will receive energy in the form of nutrients and oxygen to help the metabolic activities they need. Cancer. Cancer cells cannot exist if the blood circulation is smooth and continuous. A cancerous cell must stop moving to proliferate. Good blood circulation in capillaries leaves no way for the cancerous cell to settle down and position itself to duplicate. If the cancerous cell keeps moving, it can then be killed by your immune system. Pure far infrared heat penetrates 3 to 5 inches into the body, targeting and combating malignant cells from the inside out. It is non-toxic, safe, and there are no negative side effects from its use. Weight loss. Far infrared heat improves your metabolism. The body is made up of 55 to 60% water, depending on how well you hydrate. Infrared heat causes resonance in water molecules, activating and ionizing them, thus helping your body to relax and to slough off any of those toxins. So far infrared heat enables relaxation of the mind and body, stress relief, promotes a healthy metabolism, addresses pain, swelling, and inflammation, accelerates healing, and promotes enzyme production and cellular vitality. Far-infrared heat strengthens the immune system and cardiovascular system. It aids in the destruction of cancer cells. Far-infrared heat is also well recognized worldwide for its detoxification properties and its ability to promote elimination of toxins and metabolic byproducts. Far-infrared may induce the killing of varied pathogenic disease-causing bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. Far-infrared promotes rebuilding of tissues, thus helping with post-surgical or injury pain. It relieves nervous tension and relaxes autoneuromuscles, thereby helping the body make the most of its healing abilities. So now let's talk about negative ions, because in addition to far infrared heat, this heating pad also provides you with negative ion therapy. Negative ions are natural energy that promote health and wellness, so you feel great. Heating natural jade stones creates negative ions, beneficial invisible molecules that can enrich the air around us. These elements are found in abundance at waterfalls, mountains, beaches, and after rainstorms. Numerous scientific studies indicate that once this enriched air reaches our bloodstream, the negative ions are believed to produce biochemical reactions that help calm and relieve stress, produce an overall feeling of well-being, decrease blood pressure, increase the flow of oxygen to our brains, alleviate depression, boost our daytime energy, and increase our defense against infection by boosting our immune system. There is an article that we have in our binders on negative ions that's called Beating a Case of VODs, VODS. Negative ions may be an answer to the video blahs. Now, what is VODs? VODs is Video Operator Distress Syndrome. And it's something that's really prevalent. A lot of people are dealing with it. And it makes us, it really makes us struggle. Okay, so just a couple of other scientific studies that we have in the binder. There is, of course, more information than this, but in 1995, in the Journal of Alternative and Comparative Medicine, which is a journal of the Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center, the results of a study that they did were reported in several different places, but also on CBS News with Connie Chung. There were two researchers that conducted a study of the impact of negative ion therapy on people suffering from seasonal affective disorder, winter depression, the blues. It's an issue that is often symptomatically indistinguishable from all year round depression. Researchers believe that the biology of seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is very similar to that of all-year depression. Hence, the same antidepressant drugs such as Prozac or Zoloft are used to treat both. So the study was conducted in a double-blind fashion and divided clinically depressed subjects into two groups. The subject in the first group were treated for 30 minutes a day for 20 days with a low-density ion generator that produced around 10,000 ions per cubic centimeter. And that was the control group. And then the subjects in the second group were treated for 30 minutes a day for 20 days with a high-density ion generator that produced 2,700,000 ions per cubic centimeter. And they were the experimental group. The remission or cure used was a 50% or greater reduction in symptom frequency and severity using the seasonal affective disorder version of the Hamilton Depression Rating Scale. So all of this is very scientific. The results of the study shocked the medical community. While a low-density negative ion generator provided little benefit, but remember, they were also only there for 20 minutes a day, a high-density negative ion generator gave relief from depression comparable to that given by Prozac and other antidepressants without drug side effects. That was a big deal. So in the magazine Whole Self in the spring of 1991, there was an article that was entitled Ions and Consciousness. Ions, it explains, are charged particles in the air that are formed when enough energy acts upon a molecule such as carbon dioxide, oxygen, water, or nitrogen to eject an electron. The displaced electron attaches itself to a nearby molecule, which then becomes a negative ion. It is the negative ion of oxygen that affects us most. Remember that feeling you've experienced near a waterfall or high in the mountains that we've already talked about? Those are two such places where thousands of negative ions occur. They create an effect on human biochemistry. The normal ion count in fresh country air is 2,000 to 4,000 negative ions per cubic centimeter, about the size of a sugar cube. At Yosemite Falls, you'll experience over 100,000 negative ions per cubic centimeter. On the other hand, the level is far below 100 per cubic centimeter on the Los Angeles freeway during rush hour. Research on ions began in the 1950s with Dr. Albert Kruger, professor emeritus of the University of California at Berkeley, and Dr. Felix Sulman, professor of pharmacology at the Hebrew University in Israel. So Dr. Kruger excited the scientific world when he discovered ions to be biologically active, stimulated production of the powerful chemical serotonin, so 5-HT. Serotonin is a very active neurohormone, which a lot of us know a lot about now, which causes profound neural, glandular, and digestive effects throughout the body. So serotonin is really, really important to us. Dr. Solomon corroborated Dr. Kruger's findings while studying positive ion victims of the hot, dry, there's the name of a desert that I can't even say, but basically hot, dry desert near Jerusalem. And it's just rampant with positive ions. So he demonstrated 3 effects of positive ion excess. They are irritation and tension, exhaustion, and hyperthyroid response. So most of these conditions, along with the symptoms of depression, anxiety, headaches, and low energy, physical and mental functions, were shown to be alleviated or totally eliminated by increasing the negative ion count in the air. So they were able to prove that exposure to negative ions helps us overcome the negative effects of positive ions. So while ionization of the air is mandatory in Europe and Russian hospitals and workplaces, it's only recently come to light here in the United States with the growing problem of toxic air in our urban environments. So we have multiple things here at Ahhhsome that produce negative ions. These heating pads that you're laying on. We also have the salt rooms, the halo cabins that produce negative ions. The blue belt also produces large numbers of negative ions. So we have lots of ways for you to get negative ions into your body here at Ahhhsome. So I hope that you have enjoyed learning a little bit more about the science behind each of these therapies that you're using right at this moment, hopefully, which are zero gravity, infrared heat, and negative ions. And now you know a little bit more. If you'd like to know even more, please see our binders in the Relaxation Lounge. And I hope you have an awesome day.